Wuthering Waves has a lot of resonators to choose from, but some resonators work better with each other than others. So, today, I will explain how to make the best teams in Wuthering Waves as beginner friendly as possible. It all starts with picking a main DPS. In this category, we have Jiyan, Jinshi, Havelgrover, Xiangli Yao, Encore, Carcharo, Dungeon, Lingyang, as well as Chisha and Alto. For this video, we are going to make a team with Jiyan. Now that we picked the main DPS, we have to look at them and point out their strengths and build upon it. So, let's quickly go over all the resonators pointing out their strengths. As for Havelgrover, her main damage source is basic attack damage. This is the same for Encore and Lingyang. As for resonance skill damage dealers, we have Jinshi, Chisha and Alto. Jiyan and Dungeon both deal heavy attack damage, whilst Xiangli Yao and Carcharo deal resonance liberation damage. Now that we know the main strengths of our main DPSs, we can find a good pairing from the Sub-DPS pool.
Feel my wrath. Let's do this.
In this pool, we have Zhe, Xiangli, Yinlin, Sanhua, Jianshin, Mortefi, Spectral Rover, Yang, Yanwu, Taochi and Alto. With Jiyan, we want to look for a character that buffs his damage, which is arrow heavy attacks. Or, we want a character that helps him in other ways, like regenerating energy, since most of his damage is locked behind his liberation, which mostly counts as heavy attack damage. Let's go over a couple characters at once and sort them into different groups so it's easier to understand. If I can divert your eyes to the whiteboard for a second. Here we have the groups, with the bonuses they can supply. First, we have elemental damage bonus. Here we will put the characters that buff specific elements with their respective elemental bonus. Next to that, we have attribute damage bonuses, like basic attacks, heavy attacks, resonance skill and resonance liberation damage. And finally, we have the energy regeneration group. Oh, I almost forgot. We also have the coordinated attacks group. A character can show up in more than one category, making them suitable for a wider array of characters. First up, we have Zhe, Xiangli, Yinlin and Sanhua. Let's take a look at their core part of the kit, their outro skill and what bonuses they give. Zhe has coordinated attacks and grants glacial and skill damage bonus. Xiangli has pretty fast fuel time for a nice amount of damage, while she grants a liberation and fusion damage bonus. Yinlin also has coordinated attacks and grants liberation and electro damage bonus, while Sanhua has fast fuel time and grants basic attack damage bonus. From the first four, it doesn't seem like we quite hit the mark, so let's continue to look at some other characters. Now we have Jianshin, Mortefi, Spectral Rover and Yang. Jianshin grants a shield, which is nice, but her auto gives resonance liberation damage bonus. Mortefi has coordinated attacks and grants heavy attack damage bonus. Spectral Rover has good ultimate damage while slowing time for a bit in her auto skill. And finally, Yang. She has grouping with fast fuel time and generates energy for the incoming resonator. Finally, we can give Jiyan a teammate. First off, we have Mortefi. His auto skill gives the incoming resonator 38% heavy attack damage bonus. This is perfect for Jiyan, so let's put him on the roster. As for the second character, we have Yang. Jiyan usually needs about 130% energy regeneration to use his liberation every rotation. But if you can't reach it, Yang might just be the character you need, so let's put her on the roster as well. But we can't forget the last couple of sub-DPSs. At last, we have Yanwu, Taochi and Alto. Yanwu has coordinated attacks and increases the incoming character's stun break bar efficiency by 10%. Taochi has a shield, which is nice, but she gives resonance skill damage bonus. And finally, Alto. Alto has decent field time and damage whilst buffing arrow damage by 23%. Out of these options, Alto seems pretty good. Arrow damage bonus applies to all of Jiyan's damage, so let's put him on the roster. Here is a quick and clear sheet of what characters do and where they belong. Let's quickly look at the team. We have Jiyan and a choice of 3 sub-DPSs. But before we decide who to use, let's pick our final unit, the support. In this category, right now, we have Shorekeeper, Farina, Baiji and Yohu. With these units, you have to look at their abilities besides just their outro skills. First up, we have Shorekeeper. Shorekeeper has a bit of healing, as well as a crit rate and crit damage increase on her resonance liberation. And To top it off, her auto skill grants 15% damage bonus. Second is Farina. Farina has a lot of healing, with even more healing and some coordinated attacks in her Resonance Liberation. And, just like Shorekeeper, she has a 15% damage bonus on her auto skill, as well as healing to the incoming Resonator. The third is going to be Baizhi. Baizhi has good healing, and, just like Farina, she also has healing and coordinated attacks on her Resonance Liberation. Her auto skill, however, summons a flower that heals and increases the active character's damage by 15% for 6 seconds, with every heal refreshing the effect. And finally, we have Yohu. Yohu can heal with her Resonance skill, and her auto skill increases coordinated attack damage. Just looking at these options, we can deduct that Shorekeeper, Farina and Baizhi are all good universal picks. For the final team, we can pick any of these 3 healers. Shorekeeper has the highest buffing capabilities, whilst Farina has a lot of healing, with Baizhi a bit behind her healing. Since I don't have Shorekeeper, let's pick Farina. But if you have Shorekeeper and you can play her without taking too many hits, I recommend you pick Shorekeeper. Now, we still have to fix the 3 sub-DPS issue. We can rank them based on their performance. First up, we have Mortefi, even though auto increases arrow damage by 23%. Mortefi's 38% heavy attack damage bonus is just a little bit better than Auto's buff, since Jiyan mostly deals heavy attack damage. Second, we do have Auto. He does increase the damage of Jiyan by a bit, so if you don't have or can't use Mortefi, Auto is a great alternative. And finally, we have Yang Yang. Yang Yang can generate extra energy for Jiyan, but if you have 130 energy regeneration on Jiyan, which is not that hard in the mid to end game, you don't really need Yang Yang's energy anymore, so it is best to invest in either Mortefi or Auto, with a preference to Mortefi. And there you have it, Jiyan's team.
Fear no more.
Of course, we can apply this method to different characters, so let's take Xiangli Yao for example. He wants Liberation and Electro damage bonus. Let's see, Yinlin does both, so we can just take Yinlin. Oh, you don't have Yinlin? Well, in that case, we can use Jiyan. She grants 38% Resonance Liberation damage bonus. And if you don't have her, you can always use Xiangli. Even though she grants fusion damage, she also grants Liberation damage bonus. And finally, if you take Jinshi, she wants coordinated attacks to increase her Resonance skill damage. For starters, Zhuzha could be a great option. As you can see here, she has both coordinated attacks and Resonance skill damage bonus. Oh, you're free to play? Well, we can use Yanwu. Even though he doesn't have Resonance skill damage increase, he does have coordinated attacks and is completely free. And if you use these two, you can also use Baizhi, another completely free unit that has coordinated attacks as well as good healing. Here's a character sheet one more time if you need it. In short, look at your main DPS's main strength and element. After that, you can look for auto skills of sub-DPSs that match your DPS. Now, with this newfound knowledge, you know exactly what to look for, and you too can create your own teams. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, may I recommend this one on the screen right now. I appreciate you all. Bye bye.